Alright, you guys have already learned how to do Captain America in one of the other videos, but I'm going to do 3 other characters from the Captain America universe and that are often in the same movies with him, and 2 of which are going to be on a special coming up for Disney Plus pretty soon. So let's go ahead and we're going to start with Nick Fury, who's of course really awesome, and he is going to have a circular head. So the reason his head is circular is because, of course, he is bald. We're going to give him his ears. He needs a tiny smile, and the reason for that is that we're going to give him a goatee. All right, now this is the important part, because Nick Fury only has one eye that we can see. Then we give him an eye patch by kind of drawing a circle over top of where the other eye would be. And then that comes around the head with that little strap. So that's his entire face. And you notice I went ahead and did his entire face. Now, Nick Fury has a nice firm personality, so we're going to give him crossed arms. Notice I just kind of taper off the arm. It's folded, his hand is not really seen, it's folded into the other arm. So I came out, down in sort of a box shape, and then swooped up, so it's, right now it looks kind of silly. But you'll see if once I echo that same shape from the other side, now it looks like folded arms. He has on a jacket and a vest. For the jacket, remember how we did Loki's jacket? Kind of swoop down. So this is the jacket. I'm just swooping down before I even draw the legs. I know that his trench coat is going to be long. Has like a little seam there. And he has a vest on. Like that. And you notice we have not drawn the legs yet. So now we have to imagine where those legs are coming down. And he does wear boots. And he also has a place for him to have his holster there on his, like, side strap on his legs. All right. Now, Nick Fury is pretty easy on the coloring because he likes to wear a lot of black. I'm going to give him some nice brown skin. I haven't really found a way to add a lot of color to Nick Fury because he doesn't really wear colors. His eye patch is black, and all of his clothes are black. He even, a lot of times, has gloves, so you wouldn't even see his hand skin color either. There we go. So that's pretty easy, and that gives you somebody to boss all of your superheroes around. Nick Fury. All right, next we're going to do Winter Soldier, or Bucky Barnes. We're going to do the Winter Soldier version of him. We start with that same C shape that's kind of rolled over on its side. Give him his C-shaped ears. Now, I do a little bit of something different with Bucky because oftentimes he is not happy. So I give him his side-glancing eyes and kind of a skeptical or somewhat sad face. Angle out for the arms. And just go ahead and draw his torso in there. We can put his arms on his hips, hands on his hips. He's not up for whatever's going on. All right, we gotta leave this arm alone. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with that one in a second. We go ahead and section off that too, because what you do is after you draw those lines, then you just draw a small one down, swoop over and come across, and then draw across. And that's like a holster, some sort for weapons that he's carrying on his back. there's like a little elbow patch on this jacket arm. We're gonna keep skipping that arm for right now. All right, he does have a belt. Then let's go ahead and draw the legs. So this should be pretty familiar by now. We come on down, draw the little box-like foot. Come on down here, draw another little box-like foot. He also has on boots. Superheroes are big into boots. All right. He has a little strap for weapons right there. And he has these kind of reinforced knees, which I like to add a little detail there. That's good. His jacket has these like panels where it buttons that go across like that. You can just do it also with lines. Sometimes I just do it with lines too. All right, now for this we have to draw half a star, not a whole star, half one. So we kind of draw down, come out, back in, up. So that's the amount of star we can see from here. And then the rest of this is just stripes that are pretty close together. Oh, his hair is kind of wavy, not super short. There we go. Now, let's talk about his colors. First off, let's get the places that are brown. His hair is brown. And his jacket top is brown. Dark, it's very dark brown. If you need to color it black, that's okay. All right. Then we usually have a black glove here. This is black, this weapon holster. Belt is black. Basically all the bottom part is black. And he has like a little glove on right there, and that is black. All right, let's do the peach where we can see that. And of course, in some parts of the movie, you can't see his arm, but he would just look like a dude standing there if he didn't also do his arm. All right, now for the silver. His arm is, of course, metal arm, so it's silver arm. Silver fingers. My favorite part is putting on that red star. For him to kind of make it look cool, sometimes I'll draw the outline of that half a star in the background. Make it look really cool. All right, so there is our unhappy little Bucky. All right, guys, time for one of my most favorite ones to draw, the Falcon. All right, we need to start him a little bit lower than we start our other characters. I'll show you why. Start him the same way. His head is also just kind of round. He does have a little bit of hair up there, but I'll show you how to do that. Now we're going to draw his goggles. So what I did was I started kind of a little bit above the ears and went over like that, and then you just echo it on the bottom. And then you draw the little circles on the inside. They're kind of ovals. He can have a big old smile, but I like to draw it in after I do the goggles. All right, now his hair is kind of the military flat top there, so we got that. Military cut. Okay, from here, the next thing we have to draw is his arms and his hands, because they are going to be going straight up. So kind of like when we did Thor, I start it just above the ears and I angle up and I just do them as like these little meat lump circles. And then you swoop down in close to try to meet that normal line where you would have his torso. So his arms are up. All right, now don't draw this down too far, because we're going to have his knee up like remember when we did Thor? All right. So he is soaring through the sky, and he's got that one leg up. He has a similar harness as we just did for Bucky. So you're drawing those lines and drawing that cross line. We're doing the Winter Soldier version of him because I like doing the camo pants, which I'm going to show you how to do. All right, now here we're like, hey, there's something missing. That's right, his wings. So we're going to start a little bit higher on the head, come straight. His wings are very straight. Then come down. And then that's when you do a little bit of a swoop. So the top line of his wings is very straight, and that part of the wings is very straight, and then there's a little bit more of a rounded shape. I just add in some, you could kind of almost, the details here can be almost random because his wings are metal and folding out and stuff. So like that's what I mean. So maybe some little swoops here, swooping. All right, let me show you how to color him. And you're going to learn how to do the camo pants, which will work for anything. All right, so we get this brown. He's wearing gloves, so don't color his hands brown. All right, now, that's the only time we need to use the brown, but we do need to use it for the camo. So you're going to come in here, you get more on the tip of the marker, and you just draw squiggly lines over where you want the camo to be. So you just did a little bit of squiggly lines. All right, let's do the places that are black. So he's gonna have black straps here, a black belt, black boots, black gloves. And if you didn't color his hair in with the Sharpie, you colored it with the marker. All right, now we need a kind of a military army green for his shirt. This is how he appeared in the Captain America Winter Soldier movie. And again, I like this version just because it lets me do the camo. And I did the same squiggly lines with the green. All right, now we're going to come in with gray. I like the light gray the best, but if you don't have light gray, that's okay. His wings are gray. The outside of his goggles are gray. Belt is gray, and then now here's the fun part. Keeping that marker on the angled side, you just color right over your other colors with gray. And it looks like camo plants. For a last bit of color, we're gonna add the red lenses to his goggles. And then I like to add some red marks in his wings. So there is the Falcon ready to swoop in and save the day.